All right. I think we're good to go. Let me bust out my chats over here. We still got that weekly gap to the upside. Get my stuff here. So. We also have to consider it's the day after a holiday too, so sometimes that day can be kind of iffy. Sometimes it's probably not even best to trade, maybe not trade heavy. Just trying to, I mean, we're going to stick to light trading, just a few micros. All right. What's up, Jake? Did you Yeah, so far I didn't trade yesterday. We had to take our pet to the vet yesterday morning. So time I took the pet to the vet or the dog to the vet, got back, it was already kind of lunchtime, so I had to go to work for a while. Then unfortunately the dog got sick again, so I had to run back to the vet to get some medicine. So it was a Oh, you blew an eval Friday? I remember you talking about you had a loss, but I thought maybe you would put it away. That's something that I've been personally working on by myself. Like personally, is just sometimes it's easier to live with that red day and wait till the next day. That way you don't have to see the red. Live to play another day. But I've blown out my fair share of evals. It's definitely a learning curve. This is why I always recommend, like when you first start out, try to get the cheapest evals you can. To this way, it doesn't cost you a lot of money in the beginning, or as little as possible anyway. So that even though like that's why I say a lot of times I'll use Bulinox. They're cheaper up front, but they're more expensive on the back end. But most of the time when you start out, you're going to blow your fair share of eval. So it's, till you kind of get your own little system down. So sometimes it's best to try to spend as little money as possible while you're going through the learning phase. If you guys want, I can always move this screen to the side. This is something that I've been not using for a while, but a lot of times I like to know where the first couple hours of candles are. Now, was it cheaper to reset than it was to just buy back in? Sometimes it's cheaper to, uh, what do you want to call it? To buy a new one, depending on who you're using. I can't remember who you said you were using. Resets are 83. Oof. Oh, you're Tradeify. Okay. Yeah, I didn't really use a lot of Tradeify. I mean, I haven't heard nothing bad about them. I've just never, I haven't used them. Yeah, I try to stick to mostly prop firms that have been around for a little while because I want to say another prop firm just went belly up for anybody that's using. Is it? I think it's called Funded Tick. I don't know if that's true or not. I saw a video. That's the only video I've seen. It took me a little bit to get used to Ninja Jake. I'm not gonna lie, it took me a little bit, and I'm pretty sure I don't know. I don't know everything about it. I mean, I just know most of the basics to get by as far as your indicators, lines, Fibonacci, the data, how to mess with settings where you can kind of adjust your screen to your liking. So I like the black screen so it's not so overly bright, especially for anybody that's watching the stream, so you don't have that extremely bright page to stare at. So one of my short levels this morning is going to be like underneath that 204 level, but you can see we already ran it once. So we've already hit that support once on that 204. So I kind of like to see a print below it. And then we got a 4-hour candle low. So I've been trying to look more at larger time frames. Okay, so funding tick went boom boom. Okay, so methodical man, he said that is definitely happened to fund his tick. They went away. So hopefully no one got wrecked with those. Trust me, I've been down that path. I lost money with what is that called? Is it Fast something? Methodical man. What's the name of the company that went bankrupt last year? Let's see if Methodical Man's listening. Fast Track. That's it. Fast Track. So I got railroaded with the Fast Track last year. Like, I lost my affiliates with them. I lost my payout with them, and they took my account money that I bought the account with. So I got the triple whammy from those guys. So so now I'm usually super cautious about using any other funded or prop firms unless I know they kind of been around a while and have a fairly decent track record. No, I'm not. No, it shouldn't be nothing to it. I'm not sure why the horizontal like that gets blocked like that, Jake. So, not really sure. Let's see. So when I look it up, it should be like this. So you got the vertical and you got the horizontal. So that's what I see whenever I look it up on the computer, and that's the way it should look for most people. So if you just type in Husk Trader or Husk Williams, it should pop up like this. So I'm not sure why it does that with you. Not sure. What's up, Fish Lips? Man, I saw you had a banger day yesterday. I hated that I didn't get to trade yesterday. I was so busy yesterday. I was at the vet's office for most of the morning because I had to drive like 25 minutes to the vet's office. Yeah, you just that just means hit the subscribe button, Jake. Huh. Yeah, that's weird. I guess I don't understand why it does that. I mean, no one else has ever said anything about that. So, oh, I know. What are you getting an outer over there to trying to trade the whole numbers, Fish Lips? The thing with the dog, Jake. I mean, it's going to be like a lifetime of vet visits and stuff because she's got Cushing's disease. So basically, what Cushing does is it causes like I want to say it's like a small tumor on some kind of gland that controls like their sugar level. So So it was causing her sugar levels to go really, really high, where they're like 400, 500 sugar levels. So we started her on a new medicine, which actually has got her sugar levels back in the hundreds. So now, hopefully, now we can do away with like a lot of the insulin, maybe not as much insulin. So I just had to switch vets. I was going to a vet that was basically just all about testing, testing, testing with no results. Oh, your dog had the crushings too? Yeah, man, it's just she, she just got it. I'm saying pretty much it started back in March, so it's been going on for a little while. Yeah, this 204 is kind of where I wanted to short at this morning, but there's no way I can short this pre-market. Yeah, the dog breed I have is a Australian cattle dog or blue heeler. I guess they're called either Australian cattle dogs or blue heeler. The only thing about her being diabetic now, anytime I go anywhere out of town or something, so it also costs me more money to take her with me because I have to pay for like extra hotel fees or it. We went to the beach this year. I think it cost me an extra $1,000 to go. No, no, no. I think it cost me an extra $1,000 to rent a condo that allowed dogs. So, and there's not many of them either. No, I live in downtown of the city I live in. I'm probably half a mile from our downtown square, which used to be a small downtown, but now our city is overgrown over the last few years. So no more small town feel. All right, guys, we're down to the last 8 minutes. Like I said, I'm liking the quick shorts this morning. I'm not sure if we're going to run down to the 150s and get a nice bounce this morning because this is the 4 hour chart. So this big square you see here is the 4 hour chart. So I was trying to get a better idea of the overall movement using this. So we got about what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 7 5-minute candles this in this area. So you would think that this would be a nice 50 bounce this morning. So I mean that's only 50 points down. So if that's the case, we might be looking for the first trade off the 50s here. So I think that looks like a nice little 50 there. Thanks for subbing, Jake. So, like I said, print below 204. Like, I'm not over leveraging. So, another thing, Jake, that you have to consider this is the day after a holiday, and sometimes the market's really crappy the day after a holiday. And plus, we had 300 points of movement in the overnight session. So, a lot of times in the overnight session, it's pretty crappy too. Let's take off these right here. There we go. Like I said, we can take it off this screen if that's too much with the extra boxes there. All this does is it kind of marks out the higher time frames for us, and this way we can watch it. So this big square is your 4-hour candle. So this way it kind of gives us some more targets, and this is also your London low, or that London ICT kill zone area down at the 80. So we could possibly run these lows of the London lows, and that would be another nice bounce area off the 100. So we're definitely going to look for some nice whole number bounces this morning. Well, I don't understand. I mean, you shouldn't have to join no membership to be over there, Jake. I'm pretty sure. I know that for a fact because I don't think I have that tied to anything. Well, it should have let you in there before. Like there should be no reason that you have to that you're doing that. I guess I don't understand that. Jake, Methodical Man's my cousin. He's also got a bigger channel over at Methodical Man. For some reason, he's short. I just realized that he's short before the market opens. Holy crap. Yeah. I don't know how hard this trade is going to be to grab below the 204s. I only say that because it's going to be at the opening. 204 is where I want to short at, but it's the fact that it's at the opening. So that'd be super risky. If I say the only way I would short that, you can see we're still bouncing off the 204s. The only way that I would consider shorting that if we push back up, then come back down. I don't know if I'll take that trade if it blasts us through there at the opening. That'll be a little risky because it can sling down and come right back up. But if we push up, then come back down to 204, we will look for a short. But I wouldn't mind if we push back up. I only say that because we still have that opening week gap all the way back up there at 500. All right. Right here. So more likely sometime this week we're going to fill back in this gap. What is that? 100 points. It's probably going to be one of those days you get that nice range area. So that's going to be a nice trading day, hopefully sometime these next few days. $25 to $250. Whew. I'm staying away from pre-market trades, fish lips. All right. See if we can break that area up there. Ah. I wish I'd have kept my entry. I had a better entry up there at the top. I couldn't get my order in time. I was trying to catch it off that 75, so that's what we were trying to short. We're going to target the 26 here. This is super whippy right now, guys. So, this thing is still whipping fish lips. I still believe in the short here. I think as soon as we run those 320s that we pop back down. All right, there's the previous 4-hour candle. Let's see what happens here. The next possible short, if we can't get it to pull back here, is going to be up there at the, 400s off the previous day close. Are you looking for the short off the 350 fish lips? I think I short out that 350 here. There's a big wick on the 4-hour candle at 54. All right, closed it at the 25. Fish lips, there was a good short off that 54 level. I feel like we probably left a lot on the table there because that was a 4-hour wick sitting at that 54. You did take it nice. Wow, we just left a whole bunch on the table on that 54 bounce, guys. Oh, son of a bee. Damn it. $70. We just missed out on that one. And that right there was just basically a whole number and looking at your 4-hour chart. Damn it. Man, I didn't know. The reason why I got out at the 25, I thought this 4-hour wick would like get another bounce. So I thought if I held it, it would just bounce right back up. But I wasn't sure about this wick right here at the top of the 4-hour candle. Nice. A little on the late side, Jake. A little on the late side. Be careful now. It could bounce off that whole number, so you got to be careful. That's why I was saying 350. 350 was the short area for the short. We're going to wait for a new candle. I thought we would get the pullback here once we popped this previous day here. That's why I was trying to short off that 75. I kept getting the 10 points, but I wasn't getting the full move. All right, let's look at the 54, 76. Just going to be patient here and wait. I kind of want to see us run back down here. I mean, this is kind of what I want to see. To the bottom of this previous 4-hour candle. So 1 hour bounce, 1 hour bounce off the 280. So we could possibly look for an entry back down to the 225s for a possible long. Kind of out of this 220 area right through here. Since we're kind of blowing through all these levels right now. And for this leg here, that would also be a 6. Right now, we're at a 60% pullback on this leg. So it'll be really nice to see it get down into the deeper discount, down in the 70% range. I'm going to get an order ready just in case that I can place it, because I'm not going to sit a resting order. So that was a 60% bounce. Man, he may not get down there. May only give us that 60% pull. Wow. Nice bounce off the 50 to 75 fish lips if you took that. Yep, he did. Yeah, nice fish lips. I may get trapped here. Two micros. That's all we're in this for, guys. We're trying to see if we can get that 25 up there. Or does it have to go back to the 75, then the 300? It may get stuck at the 300s here. Looking for the 25 hit here. I think we could get the 50, but we're not going to be greedy. We're going to shoot for the 25. Woo! Nice on the 25 hit. All right. I think we can put that account away for the day and look for a different account because we are at 120. So we're just getting small base hits. Like I said, I think we could have got the 50, but I wasn't going to be greedy, guys. We were like, all right, we'll settle for the 25 fish lips. 25. All right, so we can put this account away today because we made 120. And this is just trading two micros. Two micros only, 120. And that was funded only all these trades this morning. This way, if we do take a loss, it's not like too devastating. Just take base hits. The bigger trade this morning was your discount 60% pullback, but I wasn't sure if we were going to get 50% of this 15 minutes here. So that's why I didn't grab that. You can see we retested this 15-minute range like right to the T. I mean, it bounced right off the top of that 15-minute candle. So, I mean, you got to think we were actually, 50 points in late. I didn't have it in me, Fish Lips, to put the order at the 50. So I waited. Fish Lips, he inhaled that one. Nice. All right, so that was good. We didn't make the 50, so it was a good idea to take that off at the 25. All right, so now we can switch a different account. Let's find a different account to trade. I really need to make $70 more on an eval here, so hopefully I may try to pass it. I need $70 more to pass it. We are sitting at 26,470, so we need about 70 more bucks on that account. I think that's what we'll do. Is we'll see if we can pass this eval here. We sure did leave a lot of money on that first hit at the 54. That's the one I wish I would have took a lot more. But, you know, in the morning is so iffy because we're moving. There's so much volatility in the morning. I mean, you just have no idea. Man, I feel like this could be our top for right now. We're back at that previous hourly candle here. I'm going to wait for another 5-minute candle to print. So we got about 2 minutes left. I feel like we have all this that we possibly could run all the way back to 25,100. Don't know if we'll make it down there. Let's see. If we're pushing up, there's a lot of 1-hour candles. I feel like this could be, if we start pushing back up, I definitely feel like this is going to be a nice bounce up here at the previous day close at the whole number. So anytime that you can get your previous close day at the whole number, I'm probably going to take that, especially on an eval. And if you look at your hourly chart, there's a lot of wicks sitting up in that area too. There's a wick sitting at 93 and there's a wick sitting at 403. So you got two 1-hour candles sitting in that area. And that's also the bottom of a 4-hour fair value gap. So there's a lot up there if we do push up to 493 or 497. But there's no guarantees. A lot of times we don't even make the previous day close. Jake, were you able to take any kind of profit before that when you got short at 310? Did you? If you're going to, my rule of thumb, if you're going to take a short at 310, you always want to take profit or most of your profit before you hit the 90 level. Because a lot of times you will bounce off of the 90 level. If you sell through the 310, the 300, you'll hit the 90 level and bounce back up. So you can kind of see it. So not this candle. this candle here, when we did that one short earlier, how we hit the 380, 390 area, then bounce back up. A lot of times I try not to even, especially on the very first hit, I try to stay away from those two levels. Or if I do, it's super small. Did you long again off the 300 fish lips? The 60 scalp? Okay, nice. Now, this is an eval only here, guys. In case it goes through. You're going to do the 375. I'm going to try to do the 300 level back to 75 or back to 50. We have a lot of 1 hour wicks sitting at 393. And see, we got a 1 hour candle sitting at 68. 1 hour candle sitting at 393 and a 3 hour candle sitting at 403. And we're just looking for 10 points here. And you can see all this consolidation. I mean, I don't even know if we'll get up there. If you look to the left, there's a lot of consolidation here. So you had a big wick down here. You got a wick here, wick here. I mean, all these wicks. So there's a lot of support in this area here. And that is the previous day 4 hour high from over here. Well, actually, it had already been ran last night. So, yeah. So the 4 hours already been ran from yesterday. Never mind. Like I said, just looking for 10 points. Eval only, guys. We've already kind of taken our main funded trades this morning. So if we find something else later to trade, we're trying to pass this eval. We got to make like $70 on it to pass. Then that'll probably be my last Apex funded for a while. Did you get the 75? Oh, you didn't get the 75 to short. Actually, Jake, you're probably smarter doing scalping today because the day after a holiday is usually fairly difficult. I mean, you can see we have not had clean price action. All of our trades have been level base. That's it. Just so we haven't had no clean candles, no really good pullback. I mean, we did get the pullback here, but you can see it's still not very clean. So usually on a choppy day like this, yeah, a lot of volume, but it's not clean. You don't get like the nice moves like this where the nice pullbacks. This is just a lot of wicking back and forth. So usually when it's like this, a lot of times I'll just do level trading. So I'll find like just support and resistance and trade off support and resistance instead of just looking for the nice clean pullbacks. It probably won't get the nice clean pullbacks until probably later this morning. And heck, we may not even make it up there. Man, if we can get above the 440s here, like print above the 440s, all this mess, that's where I feel like we would really go to the moon. Because that way you got the big 4-hour gap to the upside along with that weekly gap fill. I'll bring it over and let you see it so it's easier to see than me just talking about it. All right, so this is kind of like the one leg for the 4-hour candle. It doesn't tell like the whole 4-hour story, but it just does a nice little leg. So this is where we're getting our wicks off of. So you can actually find nice trades on crappy trading days is looking for these big down wicks on the higher time frame. So that's what I was saying. If we can break above the 36 here, kind of find support, I feel like we'll get this gap fill in all the way to 586. So if we can get moving, might get a nice push today. But unfortunately, it may not happen till after lunchtime the way price action's looking. And that indicator is called ICT HTF for anybody that's interested into a higher time frame. Yeah, they're still finding support at that same area. And what it is, there's a big down wick sitting at 59. See? So this is a good rule of thumb if you like want to see if my trade's going to probably run into resistance. Go back and look at your higher time frame and just look for downward wicks or upward wicks, whatever way the market's moving. And a lot of times, if you're going to run into that on your 4-hour and 1 hour, it's going to find resistance. So you can see this was that first time we hit that wick. Then I think we pushed up and hit it again at what? No, didn't quite get. That's the one I think Fishlift was looking for, but I don't think it quite got to the 75. Did it? Did it get up to the 75? No, it didn't. See, I think 75, that's what Fish Lips was trying to short a while ago. So you may, what do you think? You still may get the bounce, but it already pushed up there once. So I'm not sure. Now, we don't always have to take trades like this, but like I said, the market is not moving very well. I prefer the cleaner look when it's just nice, good long legs, nice pullbacks, 30 to 40%, another pullback 30, 40%, and just look for like nice longs off the pullbacks. But the price action is super dirty today, guys. So I don't think I've left hardly any runners over today because all the runners have been stopped out. So it's turning into one of those days also. So if we get tagged in here, we're just going to try to take our 10 points and look for like a whole number to get out of the trade. So if this 3 contracts hit first at the 91 and pays our 10 points at a nice little runner, I don't know if we'll leave the 96 up there. Jake Fish Lips, he's mainly taking all his trades off the whole number. So all of his entries are around like the whole number, like the 100 level, the 75, the 25. So that's what he's looking for in his entries. So right now he probably added a contract at the 25 here. I couldn't explain it perfectly, Jake, but I have just a basic understanding of it, and I'll trade it a little bit sometimes, but I'll just use it more for levels as far as taking profit than really trading off of those levels, because I haven't done it enough to be that good at it. You definitely got to get kind of good with Fibonacci, because what it is, you want to pull fib on your legs. That way you can kind of see where you're at on the leg, because you don't want to be, buying at 75 and you're oversell, into premium. So you want to be buying the whole numbers into discount. I mean, as right now, we're still just making higher lows. So it looks like we're possibly getting ready we're kind of in a wedge. So a little breakout here, kind of getting really, really tight here. Michael, how's your trading been? Yeah, I'm not doing anything right now. I'm going to stay still until the 390 up here. So I'm just going to wait at the previous day closed. So we're just kind of sit on the sideline at the moment. I mean, I still would like to see a push all the way down here to sweep this previous 4-hour candle, or even to sweep these previous hourly candles down here. Yeah, right now we're just kind of just chopping sideways, man, with big ATR candles. The average range is what, 30, 40 points on these 5-minute candles? I mean, these are big 5-minute candles. Jake, what have you been trading lately on your entries? So what have you been looking at on entries? Are you been doing like level base or breakout trading, or What have you been like just looking up online that's like, I think that kind of fits my trading style, or the fib, or like most of my trading is usually mostly support and resistance based. So that, with buying a discount and pulling fib and looking for sell price back into discount. All right, guys. So right now we're just kind of getting tighter and tighter in this wedge. So wow, we just completely died off here, guys. So don't get discouraged today if you're on the struggle bus. Like I said, this is why I was saying this before the market opens. Sometimes the day after the holiday will suck butts, and on top of us having a 300 move overnight. So that means the New York session will turn into the consolidation. So basically, what it is, the New York session changed with the Asia market. So usually the Asia market consolidates, then the London session manipulates, and then you get your big move in the New York. But right now, this morning time could just be straight consolidation for most of the morning. Now, if we break this previous day low, I'm going to be short bias all the way, guys. There's nothing wrong with scalping. I don't do the big size. Now, that's something that I'd stay away from because I've never had very much luck with that, Jake, is putting big size in and scalping. I always find myself getting in trouble doing that. That's what I get myself in trouble with, is going in heavy. All right, so we just broke this previous wick here. Let's see if it's going to hold and we continue pushing here. $20 left. $75. We're breaking out of the wedge. See if we stay under. Keep pushing. If I try a short here, it'll be eval only. Because it could easily pop all the way back up here to that whole number. So Now, this is eval only here, guys. And it's just 2 micros. So we would have to get through this area. Then hopefully, I'm looking for a possible 50 push here. And I may take it back up to 300. In this way, if it pushes back up to that whole number. But this way, we're not over leveraged. Then we'll... So what we can do, like, let's just say if it does pull back, since we're only in a few micros, we can add to it to kind of get a better average. Remember, guys, most of my trades, we don't over leverage. So, because every trade has that potential for a pullback. All right, so we're going to add at 300. All right, that was a 300 hit. Let's see if we get the push back down to the 50 here. I'm trying to take off these contracts. All right. Remember, guys, this is eval only. You're thinking 300 to 325? Damn it. Or was that a late message? Just looking for 64 here. 64, we go to break even. And we're already about to have a new 5-minute candle. Right on top of the VWAP. Where's the VWAP sitting at? I hate that last candle didn't make a low, so... So, like I said, we're going to stay in this one. We will DCA into it since it's an eval. Just a few more, baby. Come on. Just needed to run this last. Man, it just cannot get to the bottom of it. Where's the 50 love when we need it? Dude, that thing has been a straight wall here, guys. Holy goodness. All right. Looking for 50 touch. No. We still need like 40 more bucks. Oh, well. Probably the runner's going to get stopped out here, guys. That sucks. We still need 50 more bucks. We've been doing good. I haven't been on Monday. I had a lot going on Monday. No, we're on the. Let me pull my charts up. My charts. Man, this thing came and stopped me out just to go. $40 is going to be the previous day low. Man, this thing's probably going to sell it. What I go to, Jake, is investing.com. So just go to investing.com. And there's also Red Folder News too. I can't remember that. It may be called Riff. It's like a 4X. But anyway, I just use investing.com. Go over to news, select economic calendar. Then you can stroll down and you can see. And it'll tell you what country is having news today. And there's no 3-star news. You can also look at the that's holiday earning calendars. Sometimes people trade the earnings on some of the bigger companies like Apple, Microsoft, Google, Tesla, Nvidia. Man, this thing just did me dirty, fish lips. Dirty, dirty, dirty. Man, my average was all the way at 395 too, fish lips. What the hell? Yeah, Dylan in the middle. This dirty, dirty girl. I'm going to wait for us to lose the previous day low here if I'm going to consider shorts. Because I still feel like, man, I don't know if we should just do it with a micro or so. Maybe we'll just do one micro. Man, I feel like if we lose the shorts, we can run these bottom. We got equal lows sent down there at the 180s. Wow, what a nice rip this is. Wow, fish lips. This looks like a good candle to rerun all those levels here. Nice. You had to sit through a little bit of drawdown on that one, didn't you? Or did you add into it as it was pushing back up to the 325? Because you got long. Were you long at 300 on that last trade or 275? You added? Okay. Wow, what a nice boner candle. What's that, 40, 80 point on this boner candle? That's just insane, guys. Remember, guys, I also don't buy breakout candles unless they're already set. So what am I? I'm just looking to make $60. That's all I'm looking for. Yeah, this is a crazy size candle right now. So the trade that we're looking for appears your previous day close. And this right here has like a 70, most of the time like a 70, between 60 and 80% win rate. It's got a very high win rate, especially if you can add it into like multiple things like the whole number, the 4 hour, like look at the 1 hour candles. There's a lot of 1 hour wicks up in that area. Dude, that's just insane, fish lips. Man, the whole numbers have been just banging like crazy for you this morning. I'm glad just to take my 120 and be done. So just take my little 120 on the fundeds and be done. The market does, I mean, the price action is not that great as far as if you're trading like cleanly legs. I mean, this is super, super tough today. Man, that was almost perfect. Nice 50 back to the a nice 50 back to the 25 on that one. That was nice there. Remember, guys, we're only looking for 10 points on this trade. And if we are able to get a couple extra on the runner, so be it. If not, we'll just hopefully we can settle for 10 points. We may even have to sit through a little bit of drawdown, like maybe up to the 400 here. Then just kind of a pullback to the 75 or so. I almost pulled the trigger when I saw it come back and find support at the 75. The only thing I didn't like about it, Fish Lips, was the fact how big that wick was. I'm not a big fan of one of the wicks is like, 25 plus points. Like, that's a big wick. I wish it was a little bit cleaner on the wick, more like, less than 10 points, 5 or 10 points. That way you can have the little pullback, then go. What it is, if you go to the 4 hour charts, there's a lot of support in this area on the 4 hour chart. So that's why we're struggling to get through this area, and we just keep hitting it over and over and over. So here's your 4 hour charts here. You got this big down wick here. Man, it's almost like I'm almost tempted to just look for something off that 75 fish lips because we have yet to hit that 75. I almost just want to put like one contract there and see if we can get the reverse off the 75. There is still a lot up in this area off that 75. Look at all the down wicks into the 75 here. The big swinging wicks. Nice. Oh, goodness. I'm going to have to name the Discord the Big Swinging Wicks. Yeah, because these have been nothing but wick trades today, Fish Lips. I think if Fish Lips looking for a short, he's probably looking for either the 75 or the 100 to short off of. Okay. As I was saying, he was typing it in like, yeah, 375 to 400s would be your short areas. So what you could do is go in one micro at 375 back to 350. If it doesn't go back, then you would have another one contract sitting at 400, Jake. So it'd be like, and I'm only doing this as an eval because I was really waiting for that. What do you want to call it? Previous day close. All right, about to have a new candle here at the 50s. You're layering up. It wouldn't let me buy. Oh, I was trying to hit the buy button off that 50, but I guess since I already have those, it wouldn't let me enter that. Where's your stop loss at, Jack? Let's see. What's up? 150K. Oh, that's TikTok coins. Oh, did we just miss that? Damn it. I thought about front running it because that thing was sitting at right there at the 74. All right, let's see if we get one more push here. Like, I'm thinking it's probably going to push through. So this is why we're only going in with one micro, Jake. So it could easily push up to the 90, 93s here. The actual trade that I'm looking for here, I did this one just in case we got the push back to the 50 to kind of retest the 50 or retest the 25. So we could go through right here. So I'm looking for a push up here to the 90s. Actually, I'm going a little bit lighter. One minute left here. Come on, give us the 90 touch. Come on, one more push. I want to see one more push up there. Nice. Let's go. Previous day close. 4-hour candle sitting at the 93. Nice. We hit our target. We get the we all right. So we passed another eval. We hit the 26,513. Whew. That's all I was looking for was 10 to 20 points. Like I said, we front run that previous day close because if you go look at the higher time frames, this is why I was constantly bringing over this chart here for you guys to look at. So you can see there's a lot of 1-hour candles in this area. So I may even try a 400 bounce. Like, man, where's that? I thought there was a big down wick at 403. Yeah, right there at the 400. So we'll have to wait and see. since technically we didn't hit it. Damn, this thing. Here comes Fish Lips 325. Watch this thing just waterfall down. Come on. Let's go. 325. Shoot, we may have to look for an entry down there. Jake, are you still keeping your contract small? Oh, you went in large? Whew. Yeah, I was going large. I took advantage. Nice. Did you take the short up there off the 90 level? Because I feel like that short area. 420, we have the 4-hour S. Yeah, let me look at the. Where's that? 4. Yeah, Jake, that previous day close has a very high win percentage. Like very high win percentage. I don't know what the second one's going to offer because we still haven't tapped that 400 level yet. So I may, if we get the pullback to the in the 320s, 300s to kind of retest this area, I may just look for a long out of that area and see if we can get another push back up to the 400s. So we're going to be trading another funded account with just 2 contracts. So we passed our eval today. We made the 120 on our funded. So that funded is up 1,200 at the moment. We're just going to go in on this funded with 2 micros, see what kind of play we get off the 400s. And if it does pushes up to the 325 here, we'll add into it. So that's kind of going to be how we're going to play this, unless we just get the pullback already. Oh yeah, dude, 2 minis, that will put you in drawdown quick. Once we hit our first 10 points, we may go to break even here. So we'll see what happens here. If not, we will. If it continues higher here, we will add at 325. We'll layer in at 425. I'm sorry. Right now we're just into for 2 micros. All right, we hit that first target. We're going to go to break even. Nice. Look at the previous day close is still paying the bills. What do we shoot for? Oh, come on. Hope it doesn't slingshot back up there. I like to get like 75 in or something here. Get like a nice little 20-point trade in here. It at least paid the 10 if you went in for the 10. The back door would have been the safest play. Come on, nasty girl. Give us the 75. We're just looking for the 75. Oh, she's fighting it, isn't she? She's like, no, let me go. 20 seconds left. 20 seconds left. Oh, damn it. Come on. Come on, previous day close. Ah, damn it. I offered a swing down there. Let's see if we can run this wick. If we can run this wick, we should get it. Oh, that was dirty right there, guys. Look at that. She just stuck a finger on that thing. She's like, let me go down there and tap like a point right there before you freaking take profit. Okay, there she goes. All right, I thought she was about to leave me hanging. All right, so that was just like a little $60 trade, super small, but hey, we're just trying to build up profit on this one because we only got we're up 750 overall on this account, so we're just trying to get a nice little buffer here. So did have to sit through a little bit of drawdown on that one, but if you backdoored it, little backdoor, you could have not took no drawdown if you would have backdoored that entry. And that's off the previous day close. But see, you don't always get that big wick pushing up through the previous day close 20 points. Sometimes it'll just barely touch it, then pop back down. So, but sometimes you do get that run through, but most of the time you'll at least get your 10 points out of that trade. And we were fortunate enough to get 20 out of it. $30 points. Yeah, that was a nice level layer there too at that 408. A lot better than what I had, Solo. Is that where you had your entry was sitting at the 408? So 30 points from the 4SD. So what does the SD stand for, Solo? I'm pretty sure. Maybe I just don't recognize the abbreviation, or maybe. Not many notice just how to respond. Come on, methodical man. We're trying to be professional over here, methodical. You should have been in this short. I hope you took this short, methodical. Fish Lips came up with a good name while ago for the Discord. It's like Long Wicks. I'll have to go back up there and look at it. I'll have to go back and look for it in a minute. It was pretty funny. I wasn't going to be greedy solo. I just wanted to get my 20-point trade in because I figured 20 points is most of the time what I usually shoot for off the previous day close. So we will live with that one. Oh, yeah, Long Wicks. Yeah, that's it. Long Wick swinging. Oh, oh, that's a blast. Methodical Man's jealous because he didn't come up with that one. Oh, thanks, Jake. Yeah, Jake reminded us it's called Long Wick swinging. We've been destroying the wicks today so far, guys. Oh. Jake, did you take either one of those shorts off the 400 or the 408? Man, do we switch to a different funded here and look for, let's see, and look for a play off the 25? Because I've seen this thing blast through all these levels, hit that 25 and just rip. Oh, that's okay. That takes practice, man. Trust me. That takes a while to overcome. Not hitting the button, like waiting. Like, trust me, it seemed like it took me forever to pull the trigger on this, especially even on fundeds. So, like before, I used to struggle trading my fundeds, but lately I'm like, screw it, whatever happens with fundeds happened with fundeds lately. But it helps if you're not over leveraged too. So like, most of my trades I'm going in just a couple micros, so if we do take a loss, it's not like devastating losses. All right, so if we get tagged in here at the 26 and it bounces, we'll look for a 50 touch. And if it sells through here, we're going to look for a 12 touch to add in at the 21 EMA. Then if it blasts that one, we'll have one contract sitting here, one contract sitting here to kind of average back in. All right, so we're at what, 50% of this leg, you said? Oh, it just did a little wiki test down there. All right. Looking for 50 here. Actually, we'll go 44. Look for 20 points. If this gets stopped out, what we'll do is we'll re-add back down here. All right, so oh, did that just wig me out to go up there? It might do me dirty. What's up, Ponzi? Yeah, we got two big old 5-minute wicks sitting here at the 300 level, so we will put one contract sitting there at the 300s. How have you been? Are you still posting videos on your YouTube page, Ponzi? I haven't looked in a while. Oh, is this thing going to go up to 44? I was looking for 44 for a 20-point move off of that freaking 24. Oh, that's so dirty. This is what happens when you paper hand trades. You don't believe in the trade. You're like, maybe it'll pop up there. But we just completely paper handed that one, guys. Man, that was a 20-point trade with just, barely 5 points of drawdown. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. You were in, is it Indianapolis or something like that? Yeah, I'd imagine it's cold up there. We're supposed to get some freaking cold weather this weekend, man. It's supposed to be like in the single numbers, and we're supposed to look at that nice, look at the nice trade, Fish Lips, off the 25. Man, 25-point trade we just left on the table. That sucks. See, that is something I have noticed lately. And, I've been telling Fish Lips this too. Anytime that we blast through the 75, we blast through the 50, a lot of times you'll hit that 25 and go all the way back up to the whole number or 75. I've seen that multiple times last week. All right, let's see if this thing can push down there and kind of hit that 21 EMA here. Oh. Oh, Atkins, Ohio. That's it. Okay. So I have this one contract sitting on top of the 21 EMA. If we blast the 21 EMA, we're looking for another long here off the whole number of the 300. And we'll look for like a 20-point trade off of this. All right, let's see if we get the bounce here off the 300. May just push up back to 325 to push down back to the whole number here. I'm going to go to break even. This way, if it pushes back down, I can just add, I'll just add 2 contracts at the 300 here. If we don't get the 20 points on this. I mean, it paid a pretty quick 10 points if you're just looking for a nice 10-point trade. It paid 10 points pretty quick. There's another 25 hit. Man, we got up 15 points. Didn't quite get the 20. I don't know if we'll get back up through the close of this candle here. Oh, it's so close. I'm going to try to take a little bit out of this because that thing's within points. Okay, there we go. All right, nice 20-point trade off of that, what do you want to call it? So we're up another $60 on the funded here. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe we'll risk it. We'll do another funded for the whole number 300 down there if we get pushed down there. Man, this thing, I bet you we end up leaving 75 points off of this. Because like I said, a lot of times whenever you smash through all those whole numbers, this thing is probably going back to the 75. So far, guys, we're green across the table. We're up 81. That's all we needed to pass this account. $60, $60, and 120. So far, just nice little base hits today. And all those are funded except one. Yeah, I know. I'm probably over here kicking myself in the butt solo because I had a feeling that shit was going to probably go to the 75s. Like dirty, dirty, dirty. So far today, guys, been a really good trading session, just trading levels. So what you could have looked at on this pullback here, if you pull fib on this leg here, this is probably just 50 to 60% back into premium. So we pull back to 60%. So look, your 21 EMA was sitting right into buying and discount. So unfortunately, I didn't really pull my fib, but you can look at it after it happens because I really wasn't paying attention in the beginning. But as you pull fib on it now, you can see that this was perfect. I'd probably would have even went in a little bit more to contracts if I realized we were at the discount price. So all right, we'll look at it. Yeah, it's been a really nice trading session. Even though the price actions kind of suck, we've made the best out of the price action that we got today. Most of our entries, like I said, is being completely level base. Yeah, just completely level base, not over leveraging, just looking for nice 10, 20 point winners with a few runners here and there. Just little base hits. What is the 4-hour candle? Do we got anything else? Man, guys, do you guys think if we get above this level here, like find support above the 50s and 40s. If we get above that, it's hard. It's going to be so hard not to go long here. Because there'll be that big fair value gap fill in. And I'm not sure if we will push up to the 590s today, but man, you're talking about a nice short off of the 600s sitting up there for anybody that's on there. If the 600s hit, let's see. Got about 20 seconds left on this candle here. Just 2 micros here. If it hits the 400, we may add back into this. First target will be the 50% of this candle here, so it could get stuck here. Hit there right at the 50%. We're just in this for 2 micros at the moment, guys. So if it pushes back up, we'll try to DCA back in. All right, it's looking pretty strong here. Patience. Another retest of the previous day close. Just paid again, guys. That's the third time that thing has hit today. The previous day close is paying the bills. Like I said, guys, if you're just joining us, we're just in this trade for 2 micros. So we go into these trades fairly small. This way we can add into them and try to, DCA out of them if we have to. Still struggling to get through the 90s and 400s here. So what we're doing is we're looking to add up here around the 410 area. All right, here comes the 410. I don't know if we should play it at the top of this wick in case it goes up to the 25. Oh, man. Did it mess up your... Yeah, see, I've never taken trades on TradingView. All right, let's see if we can get a pullback here for 25 points. Still a lot of stuff in this area here. The next ad would be 50. I don't really want us above the 50 level. I don't mind us wicking above it. I just don't want us to... This is where we need like 50% of this leg pullback down to the 70 here. 450. Yeah, I'll add in again if we do push up to the 450s solo. Unless we get most of our orders here. If I at least hit the 75s here, we'll just go to break even. Oh, the dirty girl, she wants 75, man. She likes visiting 75. 75, like her and her like best friends. Come on. Come on. Go down there and say hey to 75s. Then if you really want to visit your good buddy, go all the way back to 50. I mean, that's a big old wick there. So the sellers are coming in. We got 4 seconds left on this candle. You just passed your first eval on Top Step for 50K. I have to. No, I mean, if it's your first funded, I definitely would trade small if you can. That way you don't wreck it out the gate so early. She got within a couple points. Come on. That's what we're doing. We're just in these trades starting out 1, 2 micros, adding back in if it goes against us. And right now I have like if I lose more than $200 in one day, I'm just going to put the account away because I'm trading fairly small accounts. This is a 25K account, so I can't really risk a whole bunch in drawdown. Oh, don't be toying with me here. She wants the 75. Come on. No, she went down there and said hey to 80 and left. What the hell? Damn you. Come on, one more push. If I hit the 78, we're going to go to break even, guys. Is it because of this order block? Is this an order block sitting here? No, it's a nasty looking candle, man. These wicks have been insane today. No, it's not. It's just a big nasty. Got a wick right here. Let's see if this thing can get down to the 65s here. Oh, she. Come on. 2 more minutes left on this candle. What's up, Outer? Hopefully it doesn't have to come back up to the top here to run these wicks up at 450. Because those are equal highs sitting up there at the freaking 430s, 425s. Find the mojo. It's so close. Man, she's been just toying with me at the 75 fish lips. Come on. Son of a biggie. Stretch. Stretch. It's so close. Oh, there she goes. All right. So since I bought in at that last contract, I bought in up at the 25. So just stretching the wicks. I know it's been a nasty wiki day, man. Come on. Let's get the 50%. Let's take out this wick right here. Let's tap this wick here and get out of here. I'm going to play the 5-minute candles. No. My runner got stopped. Just in case. Nah. Come on. Dude, the previous day closed. It's been insane today. Oh well. Runner got stopped out. case we get that 50 touch. And I may sell. All right, this will probably be my last trade of the morning here, guys. Come on, a little bit more. Just trying to get 10 points. All right, that's all we're looking for is 10 points. Ugh. We were trying to push it over 50 bucks because that last one of that drawdown, the way it works, it's kind of weird. So basically, we just only made 50 bucks off of that. So that was a fairly new funded. I haven't really been trading. That was the first time we really ever taken trades on it. I think the second time. So these are all funded accounts that we've been trading today with the one eval. The reason why I was looking for that area, because I wasn't sure if you pull fib on this leg here, I was trying to get it before this 50 or 60%. I just wasn't sure if we were going to keep running through before we pull back up here. You're looking for a long outer? What are you looking for a long at? That sucks. That sucks that my original entry got stopped out. You're looking for a 300 long? Man. Oh, nice Jack Nicholson picture. Oh, goodness. That's pretty funny. I like that one. Oh, shoot. That's a good one, Fish Lips. I'm sorry. I can't stop laughing. That's pretty good. I love Jack Nicholson face. Dude. He has like some of the best face expressions. Is that the one from Anger Management? Is that an Anger Management one? Wow. Look at this nice. Oh, it was him and Jim Carrey. Oh, him and yeah, him and Jim Carrey. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, yeah, definitely. They got the Jim Carrey. Definitely, he's probably one of the main ones too. For the older people that's been around for a while, one of my favorite facial expression purse is probably Don Knutts from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. He always had like the best face expressions, like just one like, expressing like, whatever the situation is. He was always the best. All right, let me look at Outer's levels real quick. Let's see. Excuse me. Outer, how's your trading been today? Dude, even though we've had a crappy market, we haven't really taken a loss yet, even though we have taken a little bit of drawdown here and there. But everything has came back to where like you anticipated to come back. And that's like almost the power of not over leveraging. And I wish I'd have understood that earlier when I started trading. Because, if you over leverage, you're like, you're done if that thing goes in the wrong direction. Oh yeah, I remember watching some crazy Jim Carrey stuff like way back in the 90s when he was on In Living Color. Yeah, that would have been like during my teenage years because I was a teenager during the 90s. So, yeah, Fire Marshal Bill was hilarious. Because I remember like when he released his first, I remember going to go see some of his first like big hit movies whenever he released Dumb and Dumber and Ace Ventura. Dumb and Dumber was like probably one of my favorite movies for a while. That was some hilarious stuff with the Dumb and Dumber movie. But they don't make good slapstick comedy no more. Nice 50-point trade off the 50 level. Back into discount. I mean, holy goodness, guys. That was almost perfect and back into discount there, Fish Lips. Right back to the 76% of this leg. I was done trading. I wasn't going to take any more trades, so I was going to be done because it's 11:30, so it's into that lunch hour. But for anybody that's looking at the whole numbers, so the idea here is with the whole numbers, if you're looking for whole numbers, you want to buy them back into like the discount price because a lot of times we go from whole number to whole number when trading. So that was a nice trade off that 50. It was right into the golden pocket for the Fibonacci. So that was beautiful. The London close, yeah. Nice outer. Outer, was that your first trade today or have you been trading all morning? Dude, we've traded we've traded 4 funded accounts and an eval this morning. These all have been separate trades, so it's been a nice banger morning today. So it looks like one of Fish Lips four funded account green days that he posts in the Discord there. So far it was for me. Looking into the 1 minute candle. Okay. Little 5-minute trend line there break for anybody that likes to trade them trend line breaks. Let's look here. I don't know if I'd probably wouldn't. My short bias wouldn't be probably to the 260s. $377. Target 472. Let's see here. Dude, if you can get 472, man, it seems like you would get the run up all the way up to 587. So what was that -6 SD solo? What was that level? I remember you putting it over here a while ago. I just don't remember what the level was. 460. All right. Dun. We will, let's see, do we? No, we don't have no more. We done took a trade on 4 fundeds today. I'd have to switch over to my other fundeds. let's see. We would log out of Beulah Knox. So dude, was I copy trading? Oh wait, no, it wasn't. That's a eval. So what's that? Damn. So I was looking for an account that I could take a trade on. Okay. So we may take that Witchy solo up there at the 460. I don't even know what that is. Man, you got equal high sitting up there too. Dude, I don't know how to, like, if we bust that, I just don't see how we don't keep going. Man. Maybe we backdoor it. We'll do a little backdoor action up there. If it pushes up there, we'll hit it on the backside. For some pretty crazy price action, man. This has not been a bad trading day. Jake, were you able to finish green today? $425, $450 shorts for me. I think I'm gonna wait for the 450, 460 area. I think that's gonna be my short area for this play. I came down earlier, but slowly coming back up. Did you over leverage one of your trades like you went in heavy? I know you said you've been going in a little bit heavy with the two minis. So like two minis, you got to think, man, that'll wreck your 50K and what? Let's see. 3,000? Yeah, backed off a little bit. Let's see. Two minis at what, $400? You what? Do you have 2,500 or 3,000 in drawdown? So 75 points. Oh, you have a 200K account? Oh, 2,000K is a daily drawdown. Okay. So you got a $2,000 drawdown. Okay. Yeah, so that's 50 points, man. 50 points ain't nothing on the nasty girl. The nasty, nasty girl. Uh-oh. I lost one of my chats. How do I lose my chat? Sorry, TikTok. I lost my chat for some reason. Dude, that's just insane. 920 points just trading whole numbers. Fish Lips killing it again. Another day. In the books, man. Come on. We got some of that action today, Fish Lips, on the whole number. The whole number seems like what was paying today. It's like paying the bills, son. For some reason I lost. Can't. Sorry, TikTok, if I don't see your message. I lost. Oh, there it goes. I got it back. It's like, how do you get that back out? Thank you guys for joining and liking today over here on TikTok. If you're just joining us late, we're just kind of sitting on the sidelines. So far, we're green. We traded like 4 or 5 different funded today. We're just looking for little base hits on our accounts. We will look for a possible trade up here around the 460s and 450s. We will short that area. So that was a 425 short there. There's your 425 short. Yeah, it definitely, it takes a lot. I mean, it takes time, Jake. There's probably not a single person that's in trading lobbies that don't have their struggle moments. Something that I've kind of, something that I've tried to learn is, once you're having that bad day, if you can put your accounts away after you have a bad moment, you won't blow them. Because that's usually where I find myself blowing my accounts. If I have like a red day, I'll be trying to get it back. Now I try to just disconnect. Like, just turn it off. That way you don't have to look at it. Whatever you got to do to get yourself through that moment. Wow. Nice 25-point trade, Fish Lips. Man, I'm sitting over here like, man, let's get the 450, and we didn't even push up to the 450 here. So, nice. Nice 25 points. Oh yeah, that's the worst time. For the longest when I first started trading, Jake, this is like a long time ago, but I wouldn't even trade on Fridays because I didn't want to blow my account on Fridays and spend all weekend thinking about it. Because that was always the worst. Spend all weekend thinking about blowing your accounts. Yeah, so what you're seeing Fish Lips trade, I know he's been trading that for a while because he's been, man, I can go to Discord. He's been putting that in a while, but it still takes a minute to like really grasp it. I think the main key is you just got to make sure that you're shorting in premium and buying in discount. I think that's the main thing there. Dude, I don't see how this thing does not go back up there, Fish Lips. This thing's got triple highs. Look, 1, 2, 3. We got triple highs sitting back up here at the 25 level. Holy goodness. Might have to try another trade here if we get an opportunity. Let's see. Yeah, that's what I'm going to look for too is a long. I like the long back up there to these equal highs sitting up there at the 30s. Okay, so the 300% is, or the 300 is sent down at the 50% right now. Or the, and you got a little gap fill in right there too on the 5 minutes. Oh, actually, it already kind of happened. Look, this was actually the play right here earlier. This is that one off the 25. Look, push up, pull back into the little 5 minute gap, then a rip. Was this a trade that you took a while ago, Outer? Man. I think I'm gonna wait. I think I may try the long if we gets back above the 375s. Or either that or we'll long off the 25 or the 300s down at the 50%. This way I'm not sitting through a lot of drawdown. Yeah, I think he went in one long off of the 350s with one micro, but he's going to add at 325 and he's going to add at 300. I'm going to play it safe on mine, Jake, since we've already taken a lot of trades this morning. We're just going to look and see if we can hit the 325 or the 300 here. So what I'm going to do, if we hit the 325 or the 300s, I'm going to wait for the pushback through to be on the safe side. Because we've already taken 4 or 5 funded trades today, plus an eval. So at this point, it's almost over trading. So a lot of times, I usually have to go to work around 12 o'clock my time. So a lot of times, I don't trade going into the 12 o'clock hour anyway. So even though it's only 10:50 my time, I know we're about 10 minutes away from the 12 o'clock hour. And usually that's a no trade time for me. Because a lot of times what it'll do, Jake, is chop during that time of the day. So do props watch trade amounts? I want to say it's like autumn. They don't probably watch it, but it's where how they got their system set up. Where it depends on if you got Ripnik or TradingView. They report back to the prop firm on your account. So like if you blow your account, usually the prop firm will get it this evening. Then they'll send you a email or whatever and saying, hey, you have either failed the rules or blown your account. I don't think they watch it while it's happening. That's usually the middleman person. So Tradeovate copies, like, if you go to your Tradeovate, it takes in all your trades that you take in and kind of puts them on a little graph. And what Ninja, I'm using Ripnik, so you would go to RTrader Pro. They're the middleman for here. Let me find it. It's somewhere. All right. I can't log in because it'll log me out of my accounts, but RTrader Pro is the middleman between your Ripnik accounts and whoever you're trading with. So they take in all your trades, and then they send your information probably to the prop firms. Because a lot of times, most of those prop firms, Tradeify is by Tradeovate. That I'm not really sure what. I know Tradeovate and Ninja are the same company. Either Ninja owns Tradeovate or Tradeovate owns Ninja. I'm not sure which way it goes. I know they're connected, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Or let me just say who owns Tradeovate. Yeah, Ninja Trader owns Tradeovate. Yeah. Tradeovate is owned by Ninja Trader Group. So they're the same company. You got in at 350. Dude, heck yeah. Nice 40-point trade. Heck yeah. That's what I'm talking about, man. Them little base hits like that add up, man. And that was sitting right there at the 21 EMA. I think if you pull fib just on this leg, see, I got fib pulled on the whole thing. So if you pull fib probably on this leg, that was in discount. So this is kind of what I was talking about. A lot of times what Fishlip is looking for too is he's looking to buy into discount. So you're looking at whole numbers, discount. So leg, then the pullback into the 50. Then what you can do is pull fib on this leg. So let's see where it pulled back to. Look, right back into discount to the 60%. Now, this is playing small ball. This is whenever you're doing these inner legs, inside legs like this. You're just playing leg to leg. But if you're looking at the overall move, like leg, so you keep hearing Fishlip say 300. So the highs are up here. Pull fib on the whole move. I want to say 50% was the 300 somewhere. Yeah. So this was kind of that move, or this is that leg there actually. Leg there, or you can go down. That was just a pullback. This is not an indicator. This is just Fibonacci. I'm not quite sure where it is at on Tradeovate because I never did. I'm pretty sure I could find it. I've never really used Fibonacci on Tradeovate because I didn't use Tradeovate very long. But on Ninja, it's here under Fibonacci retracement. And for Trading View, it's this second one down. All these little lines right here. Click on the tab and it's fib. Shoot, the 50% is going back all the way to 275 if you pull the whole leg from this morning. Then this current leg, the 50% is back at the 300 where Fish Lip is looking for the short. You pulled the 180 to, okay, so you did 180. Okay, so yeah, so you are at the bottom of this leg here then. Okay. Yeah, right at the 300 here. Oh, the paper hands get you? Oh, the paper hands in the beginning are the worst, Jake. Like, can't hold trades. That usually comes with over leveraging. Like you're super nervous and you're trying to get out of the trade as quick as possible. So when you go into heavy, you're like, get out, take profit. So you're like trying to get out because you done popped in with 2 or 3 minis. Oh shit. Oh, good old spam calls. Come on, spam calls. All right, guys. So I'm not going to take an entry unless we pull back to that 300 there. So I may consider a long off the 300 with another funded. But unless we get back to the 300, we're not going to enter. Because like I said, I don't usually, most of the time, don't trade in the lunch hour. I'm not saying we won't get movements, but a lot of times we just don't get them. I'll kind of show you here. So these are the little kill zone areas that are marked out on my Trading View chart. So you can see this is your lunch hour. So this is why I don't usually trade in lunch hour right here. I'm not saying you won't get anything, but this is why usually I stay away from the lunch hour. This one had a little movement, but it was super small. You can see very small movement in the lunch. What did this one slow down? I guess that was actually a pretty big move. Don't look big, but it was. This one was crappy. There was a nice move in lunch. No movement. So you get a lot more of these than you do these. So a lot of times we just kind of stay away from the lunch hour trading. Right, yeah. Basically, it's called like the lunchtime for the bankers and the big traders, the one that are moving the market, go to, lunch hour. All right, so we didn't get the 300 push, but we are maybe possibly going to take a short off of the 450s up here. I just didn't see how we didn't clear out these equal highs here. I was just hoping that we would get that 300 pushback and then go back up here to take out these equal highs. Yeah, if you're looking for like movement, Jake, you would want to come back after probably 2 o'clock. So usually between 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock, you'll get a little bit of volume. Dude, that is insane. One, two. Dude, Fish Lips killed it today this morning. Holy crap! Is there any of that copy trading Fish Lips? Or is that just taking individual trades? It says I'm watching now. Wow, that is insane, dude. Now, how did you get $500? Did you go in multiple micros on that one? Like, what's your leverage for the $500 for that 250K? That's a lot of moolah trading a few micros. Okay, so you're going in 2 to 5 contracts on the 250K. Okay, that makes plenty of sense. Okay, I was like, man, $450 on that. Okay, so I can kind of see the down stop, like the down. So basically, my 50Ks lined up more with yours. So I see what you're doing. So the 50Ks line up about what I'm trading, the 1 to 2 micros. Then the 150Ks are a little bit more than the 250s are a lot more. So, okay. Same type of moves, just different size accounts. Okay. Yeah, most all my counter are 25Ks, so I have to keep it small. So we traded a few 25Ks and the what do you want to call it? 50Ks. We'll give it a few more minutes. If it doesn't move anywhere, we'll probably call it today. Like I said, we don't want to really take any more entries unless we get the setup we want. So the last setup I was looking for like a 300 hit, and this next trade is probably around the 450s, 460s. But it would have to see a wick because I kind of like the longs above here because this is where that big opening week gap starts. We got a big 4-hour gap fill in up here for the 4-hour charts. We'll bring that over. So this is kind of like one leg of your 4-hour. Definitely a nice short off the 90s up here. If for some reason it pushes up there this evening. But you had this huge. This was the candle. I don't know. Fish Lips has been trading in here for a good while. I couldn't tell the exact time. He's like most of us, it just takes a minute to find something that works for you because I remember he used to trade a lot off these second charts there for a while because there's no way I could do that. I remember him talking about trading off like the 10 and 15 second charts. He may still do. I don't know. Are you still trading on what time frame are you trading on, Fish Lips? Yeah, same here, Outer. I think I'm gonna sit still. So 15 seconds and 1 minute. Yeah, and see, I like the more slower candles. I like trading on the because whenever I used to trade on the 1 minutes, I would find myself way over trading, and the 5 minutes helps me not over trade a lot. That's just me though. Like I said, everybody has to find their own little niche, what works for them. Like I said, mostly probably everybody in the lobby trades a little different, but they all give out like a little information. And you can either take the information and say, I'm gonna try that, but any information that you take out of the lobbies, even for myself, is always risk. So, and it's like that from anybody that you watch online. Yeah. So yeah, I like trading it on the 5 minutes. I used to trade strictly on the 1 minute for over a year. It was strictly 1 minute. I've recently, let me tell you how I started trading on the 5 minute. It's not that I say, hey, I'm going to switch to the 5 minutes. I was trading the inside bar. So let's see what happened with the inside bar. It looks like it fell today because it looks like it's right there. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Let's see. Did it pay 20 points? Usually I call it a loser unless it pays 20 points. So that looks about 75. So it paid right at 20 points. I mean, it would have been very iffy there on the inside bar today. But that's how I started using the 5 minutes, is by trading the inside bar. All right, guys, we're going to walk away so we're not attempted to take any more trades. We're going to leave with all of our green today. So it's been a very good trading day. So I was trying to find another trade on my other Ripnik account, but it doesn't look like we're going to, so I'll just disconnect it. So like I said, we were able to finish green on all of our accounts today. Most of them are fairly small. It's just from 120, 60, 50, 50, and 80. So it was a nice morning of trading. We did sit through a drawdown here and there, but like I said, we believed that the trade was going to work out. Some of them took a little bit, but everything was green today. No really bad entries because we weren't in too heavy. So most of our entries are either 1 or 2 micros with adding in and DCAing in here and there, like on good spots. And it's not saying it's going to be like that tomorrow. Like I said, today is one of these days where you had to go to level base whenever it's choppy like this. So a lot of times whenever it's choppy like this, we're just kind of trading sideways. I usually trade level base or something different than what I usually do. So, because if not, a lot of times you get chopped up in this type of price section. Yeah, you guys too. Good luck the rest of the day. Thank you guys for watching this morning, and we'll probably be back for the Tokyo session. A lot of times what I do is I get on there and look at the session. If they've got movements, I like trading it, but man, when it's like watching paint dry, we don't trade it. All right, thank you.